Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the state of my account for August 2025 on the main account, my Sanjita account. 13.75 million. It's quite large of an account, I must say. I'm at probably a yearly high, like probably the highest rating or ranking I've been in Grand Arena for 2025. Which isn't super high. I've kind of just had a rough streak in the past year or so. But we're not, this is not accurate because the join phase just started. We have 22 hours to go, but still, I think I'll be somewhere like 200 something. But for the time being, at 65. And there is still continues to be players like this that just get squished right to the top. I mean, that's not even like a round number. 4,446. How does that happen? I don't know. It's an error. But yeah, so what has been going on with the main account? Let's look at the favorites a little bit. Or let's start with Order 66 raid because I've made plenty of updates since doing a few videos about the raid. So I did my 3-man video on Keller and Beck, Jocasta, and Plo. And while I did want to show you that it's possible, I didn't feel like putting up with that for the rest of the year. So I did get Shakti to Relic 8. Having a 4th in there really just helps make it pretty smooth. And right now, that's my highest scoring team. That's the only Relic 8 team I can do. I have Tarkin and the clones at Relic 8. And I really tried to make it work at the Relic 8 tier, what I did in the Relic 7 tier. It's just not working. They just have that extra speed, and I just can't do it. I mean, I still have the same mod set up on Tarkin as I did before with the insane speed, offense, and potency. Maybe I won't have to do that at some point. I don't know if I want to push this whole team to Relic 9. I don't know if I want to do that split where it's like, you have the 3 clones at Relic 9 and they get it done, and then, Tarkin and Scorch. Maybe I should try. I don't know. I think it's one you have to restart a bunch of times, and I know how this works. I know how the raid works, these cyclical raids. I know it's interesting to try to play through it now, but after a couple months, I'm not going to want to try to do tons of restarts. So I just know myself, I don't know if I want to push all of them to Relic 9. And I don't know if I want to bash my head against the wall trying to get it to work with a couple of R9s. So I'm holding off for now. Because I think, eventually we'll be drowning in teams. I'll definitely go for Hondo. I am going for Hondo already. So as far as, I'm going to have a few detours to try and make all these points. As far as the farming requirements we already have, we don't have half of them, but I did go ahead and take Ray to Relic 8. Gas I already had at Relic 9. I took Ezra to Relic 6. Hondo to Relic 9. And thanks to the update, I have Captain Athano at Relic 3. And he is only 5 stars, so as long as I don't change something, that should count. But I'm still going to farm him. He had some, auto drops in Cantina, the bonus drops, I guess. It's a more accurate way to put it, and of course I'm going to keep farming him to 7 stars. I'm not going to just quit at 5 stars, because that's what I do on this account. I farm the new characters and don't really let up. So I'm going to be counting on Hondo to be part of my rotation at some point, and maybe he can undersides with Relic 9s. I don't know. I think the team I want to eyeball for Relic 9 would be Jedi Master Mace, Temple Guard, and Deepa Balaba. I don't know if that's like a bang your head against the wall restart fest or not. If it is, I'll research it before I pull the trigger on that. I haven't watched a ton of videos on it, but actually probably, I'll get that closer to when I actually want to use it. But yeah, that seems kind of more reasonable. It's 3 characters of Relic 9. You actually have a leader. And yeah, Bad Batch, I'm not pushing them to Relic 8. I'm going to keep them at Relic 7. And I did get a 900,000 score with Pirates because I have a Thanos lead. I got kicks up to 5 stars to Relic 3 so he could qualify. You can So the tiers are like, oh, gear 10, gear 12, relic 1, relic 3, but you have to have 5 stars at all to play in the raid. So I can't use Quiggled. So the team I ran was Athano, Kix, SM33, big help, because he hits pretty hard. Hondo and Nest, I think. Son is kind of useless, because I don't really need the Nest solo on this account. And just to show how we're doing in the raid, my guild is absolutely crushing it. As far as we can, we are extremely close to max boxing. And we might do it even next round, because we have some crazy people that are such patriots for the guild, and I love them for it, that are just scoring so high. As our guild leader, we have one guy doing 18 million, which is crazy. So we have these guidelines set up for us, and like minimums. Oh, by this date you need this. By this date you need this. I'm already a little over a month ahead on the goals. I have 7.5 million. So it's they don't have really stringent goals on us. 7.5 million, and we want everyone to get to around 10 million, so we can have a low effort max box. We can get max box without everyone putting in these efforts every single time to max every single run. So that's my plans for this raid, and that's how it's going. And I gotta tell you, raid aside, I am absolutely loving the update for relics at low stars. As soon as it dropped, I took all these characters to gear 13 and got them the max relics I could, which is not very high, but that's fine. You know, Quiggled is the one bringing up the rear. I'm 7 shards away from 5-star, and you can get Relic 3, but I don't know. I'm not really using them, but I do kind of automatically slap on Zetas, but I might need to watch that in a little bit, and I'll explain that when I can. So right now, my ally farms are Scorch. I'm working on getting, he's on his way to 6 stars, and Temple Guard. 28 out of 100 is 7 stars, but it's like I can still actually use them while I'm farming. It's fantastic. I absolutely love that. My small account is benefiting arguably more with like a Relic Malik, not at 7 stars, but yeah, this is quite nice. What else do I have at the bottom of my roster? So I have kind of a surplus of a lot of materials, but when that dropped, and I did upgrade all those newer characters to gear 13, it did put a bit of a strain on what was otherwise a glut of resources. So I'm at 400 for this now, but I got down to like 150, which could be not even enough for a single character could use 160. So yeah, I started kind of farming more of the holes in the resources, because up until that point I wasn't hurting for anything. Now I'm starting to hurt more on the smaller relic materials, not too much. I just had a few weeks where I was dedicated farming carbide circuit boards, so I got to a good setup there. Chromium transistors, I'm never worried about them because they're so easy to get, but I could probably stand to be a little bit more disciplined, because they're knocking on the door of me, you know, one day just running out and not having them, or not quite enough for what I need. So I'm going to need to intensely farm this. But I mean, how much does this get if I did all these? 538. Okay, well, maybe it's not all about the max efficiency thing, which, I mean, that is recommendable for things. Well, maybe leave for 1,000. That's locked. Probably don't absolutely need that locked. But yeah, all these pieces, I mean, these are pieces I'll buy. Let's put that back. I could see myself regretting that. Alright, well, I'm fine on carbide circuit boards. Never mind. I don't need to be disciplined, unfortunately. But Erodium heat sinks, fine. All these are fine. Gerda keypads. I have enough for 2 Relic 9's now, and I think that might be the number I have, like the amount of droid brains I have. Yeah, so I have, my camera's blocking most of it, but yeah, I have enough for 2 Relic 9's, so I just can't really swing that full Tarkin team. I mean, by the time I get Mace, probably I'll definitely have enough for at least 3. But I went ahead with Hondo. There might be more Relic 9's on the way for unlocking him. I don't know. I went ahead and made it my journey instead of Mace, because Mace is, you know, easier. I'm all the way there for most of the clones. I'm farming Scorch anyway. I want him regardless of Mace, and then Diva Balabi and Temple Guard are the only ones that I have to go for. But yeah, I am happy that the era battle came around, and I needed a. So at first it was kind of a glitch. I was able to get in there with K whatever or SM33, and they did a hotfix to not let you get to those higher tiers or qualify with just him. But you can use him, and at first I was trying the tier 2 with just him, and I couldn't even get past Cassian. So Kix was my choice to push to 5 stars with his packs. You know, they're expensive, but yeah, 1,300 crystals, and you get usually like 7 from it. But it was worth it. You know, that's going to be a lot of extra shards over the lifespan of that era battle, so it's quite nice. My first thought was a Thano, but I went to, well, he's 5 stars now because he was bonus drops on Cantina, but when the era battle dropped, it wasn't available, and this was not available when I was trying that pack. It just showed me these, so I don't know. I picked Kix because he's a healer, and it worked well. So SM33 Kix 2-man were just plenty for it. And I do get 7 shards of Brutus, which helps because I always buy the packs to get them to 4 stars, so I can get extra shards during their marquee event. But I guess that's 1 less pack I'll have to buy. I could potentially only need to buy 1, because if I get like 10 or something, because you need 15 in addition to what they give you for the marquee, so I'll only need 8 more. I could get that in 1, which would be awesome. Maz Kanata, I need to make sure I'm getting all of hers. Yeah, I haven't progressed all the way through Sector 5 yet, but I guess this is a good time to talk about Conquest. I'm finding this one pretty easy. I talked about it on my GoTanks account update video. I'm doing quite well on that account too. The only one I'm not able to do on that account is Jedi Vanguard. But I'm almost done all the global feats for this one. I've done all the feats for Sector 4, Sector 3. I think I've done all these sector feats already. And it wasn't even like a huge strain. Like usually I will look at, like I don't put out a ton of videos on, oh, how do you get this feat? I use those videos. I look up other people's videos. I didn't need to do that for this one. It's just been pretty smooth sailing. You know, I got a few banners I'll pick up at the end. Once I get through Sector 5, and, you know, I get all those sector feats. If I need to, I go back through and pick up the boss feat, the mini-boss feat. Try to push myself all the way to 630. But for now, I am farming all the way through all the 100 refreshes, hitting this one hard, and trying to get as much of these Datacrons as I can. And I'm starting to have a little bit of a glut here because, and that's a good time to transition to well, I don't know, do I really need to talk about the specific feats? I mean, on an account like this size, it's kind of just a given. You should be able to get all the feats if you try. The reason I no longer am stretched for the Mark III materials is because 2 of these focus Datacrons, they were kind enough to make only go to Relic or level 9. So the heavy investment, and I can just show it here, for the Mark III comes in these later levels. See, 75, 80, 85, 90. They reduced that price, didn't they? Yeah, they reduced that price too. That is great. So level 14 was 140 for 3.75. Level 15 was 150 for 4 million. So it's about the same data cache cost, but less materials. That's awesome. That's really great. I did not notice that. But what I did notice is having a maxed out, just the Focus Datacron that maxed out at level 9 is so nice. Because the stat totals look like the old Focus Datacrons anyway that went to level 15, but they just give insane amounts. This has got to be the cheapest 50% offense you'll ever get on a Datacron, just level 1. What does that cost? Just like a couple 100,000 data cash, and if you mark one materials, that's insane. My small account student just love having this. I'm not sure exactly what to do with the Wampa on my main account. The best idea most likely will just be to use for stats, but I'll keep an eye out for something that makes a lot of sense. Because when you think Galactic Legend wise, it's easy to rule out most things. So Supreme Kylo, not going to touch that this season, just with all the bonus turns. Or can you? I mean, you're immune to daze and stun, so Kylo won't stun you. I don't know, actually. I can't completely write it off. Maybe if you have a really juiced up Wampa, because he does damage through the counterattacks, and you'll automatically be able to get to Rey first. He can't ignore taunt though, so that actually might be the holdup. But yeah, maybe he'll kill. Maybe he'll be able to kill. He ignores protection, so maybe he'll be able to kill. I don't know. So Supreme Kylo, I can't, as a matter of principle, completely write it out. I can write off JMK. I think GML will chew through him too fast with the damage. Just everyone taking a turn and the bonus damage. Sith Eternal, he could beat, but we never really see Sith Eternal on defense. Jabba's got the insta kill. You might. I think it's a potential, off chance potential. Maybe you could do something against Jabba. Rey, I don't think so. You get whirlwinded a couple times and then it's over. Leia. You know, I don't know if Drogon can one-shot him. I mean, you can fracture him with the ult. I don't know. There might be some good use for him, even if it's not a GL. But, you know, unfortunately, it doesn't look like Darth Vader's Cron is really doing all that much. So Arnold had this video where he was trying to test out Darth Vader against all these Galactic Legends, whatever he could find in a squad arena, and just absolutely nothing worked. I don't think he got one win in the whole video. It's because, like, Vader doesn't have enough immunity to things that can stop him. He can yes, he won't die, but he'll get stunned, and it's like, this team isn't cohesive. And this is the only team you could use it with. I mean, the stats are okay, but, like, do you really want to take it all the way to level 15 just for that? So, I'm not gonna, like, show the whole thing, but it's, like, I kind of called it. I said it's bad. We could find some niche use. There could be some good, you know, B-tier team, C-tier team, A-tier non-GL. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't really see it. So for now, these are the Focus Datacrons I'm sticking with. So these are all the rest. And they made them cheaper, so it's amazing. I love it. Other ones I really want to get. I want to get a good Inquisitor's one. I want 9's Sister and a good level 6. I have re-rolled this one so many times. I tried to go for the level 6 first. It's kind of a mistake. I sunk so many materials into just re-rolling this specific Datacron, thinking, oh, I got Inquisitors. I couldn't get the good level 6. It's extremely hard to roll, apparently. And the stats I had aren't even that amazing anyway. They're not horrible. Like, they're all kind of decent stats. But I like just kind of one or two stats all built together. I don't know. I don't know if there's any... Are there any level 9s I absolutely want to have? I do want a Merrick, even for 3v3. So, because 5v5, I got a lot of time, and, you know, I'll have a whole other conquest before then. So, I would like a Merrick one. I'd like a 9's Sister one. No, I don't think... I do want to race Scav one, but that's for 5v5, so I'm not going to say that yet. Acolyte, no, I'm probably not going to want that. Talzin, I still probably don't use. Night Trooper, I do want, even 3v3. For sure. So I really want to get that. So that is Night Sister. So I just need some more Datacrons. So I'm going to need to farm Sector 1, get some new Datacrons, farm them up. But I just don't want to have a ton of mats. Time is of the essence, too. I probably won't have too much good stuff week 1. But you know, my first go around, I was really focusing on getting these focus Datacrons with the guaranteed stats, and I have a lot of defense Crons, Crons with high defense percentage, so I'm not going to be hurting for that anyway. So, yeah, 15 offense, 15 defense, and 3v3. And I have 6 focus Datacrons, and then this is a row of 11. So I got 20 at level 9. So that's 26, 27, 28, 29 of just Relic 8, or Tier 8, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So I have enough for everyone to use Datacron, but I will be scraping the bottom of the barrel towards the end of the attacks. But you can click on almost any Datacron I have in the blue set and find a good bit of defense. Just randomly click, I'll see some defense. This one might be one of the worst ones I have. Defense. And so, I am going to be facing a harder bracket than I have been for a little while. I still think Queen Amidala is going to be fine. You know, in 3v3, it's just her and her two men. No add-ons, but yeah, Springler Kylo is still going to be on defense, and I still want to gonna be using JMK, Cat and Mace. I'll try the high defense one. I don't know if I'll have to resort to Hoda again. I don't want to, but I could see it happening for 3v3. 5v5 just went fantastic. And this set was the one I predominantly used, so I don't know who I'll use Sortie on. I don't think I don't need her level 9. I can just stop at level 8 because I only care about the stats. Crit avoidance, defense mostly. Yaba, I mean, I don't know. Like, someone that wants potency, and then crit avoidance and defense is good for anybody. Wampa, probably go to just a random team. And then this one is, I'm not sure who to use this with. Bo-Katan is our argument. CLS, I don't know about 3v3 for it. But just like everyone's swarm attacking everything. I still want to use the Sport Cron with Queen Amidala. I think this one is way more power. I mean, this is way more powerful in 5v5 because there's more allies to use abilities. There's more allies to assist. So it is multiplied like a, I don't know, by... It's a multiplicative effect of how much stronger it is in 5v5 as opposed to 3v3, but it's still good. Bo-Katan is a great argument, so we have to look at non-Galactic Legend light side teams, and if we filter by the leader, that's easier to look at. Yeah, see, I don't know. I mean, Queen Amidala is like the best light side teams. Gungans, yeah, is actually kind of decent, but they have their own Cron. So yeah, Bo's there's a huge argument for Bo right now with that. Bad Batch, they don't have a Cron anymore. I don't know if I really give it to them. Yeah, like when I look at it, like just without Galactic Legends, there's not too much scary in 3v3. Like, I mean, Saw's a good team. I don't know if it'd be worth that. I'll probably give it to Bo. Honestly, and she does assists anyway. Like, there's a lot of assists anyway, but it's just gonna multiply. So she might be able to take... I mean, it would be great if she's killing it even against Lord Vader clones, and then you could free up Leia for, you know, Ahsoka with Ezra if people use it, or whatever. So, yeah, it's just kind of figuring out what to do with what. And I have no idea what to do with Wampacron. But another part of this update, this big update, which I holistically love, is a lot of little filtering abilities that help for a video just like this, actually. So one such filter is Zeta ability upgrade, and I was actually really surprised by how many characters I have that still don't have their Zetas. There's a lot of longtime players that just have Zetas on every single character. Some of them are spenders. I think some free players have that as well if they go back to the beginning. But this is a very long-term account, but it is a 2019 account. So I don't have so many Zeta materials that just everyone has their Zeta. I have been selective. Moff Gideon, like, most of them are unnecessary leaderships. Like, I'm not giving Seventh Sister her lead, Moff Gideon his lead, Yoda his lead. I don't even have that. I think a lot of longtime players gave him his lead because there was no good Jedi leads before Bastoshan came out. Like, nothing. So, people have that. I don't even have this. I'm actually kind of surprised, but I don't use HK-47 really. Nihilist, Sizzly, like most of it is leads. Grand Admiral Thrawn lead. I don't have Mandalorian lead. Jin lead. Yeah. Okay, who's not a lead? Mara Jade. So I didn't give hers. This is no, that's her Omicron. Deals double damage to Shock Jedi. Who cares? This is not a damage dealing move, so it doesn't really matter. Death Trooper. It's just Krennic. Like, you don't use Krennic, so that's useless. Ray Scavenger, if her Datacron turns out to be a must-have and a staple and is awesome, I might give her this. If she has no debuffs, she inflicts daze whenever she uses special. That's okay. That's something. It's marginal. It's very limited. I don't even have Kylo Ren Zeta. There was a time where this made him a solo machine, but that time has come and gone. Just so many Zetas. I'm glad I didn't do. I don't have Rolo Zeta. I think a lot of people slapped this on for the Leia unlock. Yeah, I think it was for that. People just kind of gave in and did that. You know, don't Zeb Zeta. So many characters I just didn't do it. I don't have Zalbar Zeta. And so I'm proud of some of the Zetas I don't have. And I don't have too many mats right now. Look, I have... Gosh, I keep clicking that. I have enough to put 4 Zetas on right now. I do slap them on all the new characters, but I might have to temper that a bit because they're coming really fast and furious with all the characters, and I don't know if I can spare just doing it like that anymore. I mean, Omicrons, I'm not surprised that there's a massive amount. But there are some really good characters that have good Omicrons, even JC Omicrons that I don't have yet. Bane, I haven't given him this one. Alt charge, you know, the siphon, I don't know. Sometimes it would have been a marginal benefit. Riva, their Grand Arena, but I only have 2 more. Like, I don't have tons of Omicrons. Crit damage up, reduce cooldowns by 1. That is good. That is good. But it's not like mandatory. When she's revived from hatred, unyielding onslaughts reset, she gains 100% offense and ignores taunt effects. I mean, that's nice, but it's not like Starkillers. I've been pretty vocal about ignoring this one. Jocasta, I just gave her 1. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. It depends how things go with Mace. But yeah, lots of non-GSE Omicrons too. So I rarely go outside of GSE Omicrons because I don't have too many total in general. So I have some slam dunk TW ones. I might have 6 or 7 TW at this point. I don't have Lucen's basic because it's about during his turn. So when it's requiring a use of his basic on his turn, I'm like, I'm not really going to do that until like 3 turns in. And how many times am I going to need to do that for a noticeable benefit? I don't know. So yeah, I mean, there's always going to be tons of Datacron or Omicrons that I can't really do. Ability upgrade, I think that's just going to be all the Zeta, all the Zetas and Omicrons. Gear upgrade, nothing. I mean, I can do Gear 13. I don't understand what that is there. Relic amplifier upgrade, that's gonna be like my whole roster. But speaking of relics, this is a feature I'd wanted for a while. I can actually see in order how many of each relic tier I have. So I'm actually really surprised by how many relic 9's I have. I think this is insane. So this is a row of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 full rows. So that's 32. 34, 35, 36. 36 Relic 9's? Are you kidding me? I'm rich. No money spent on this guy. People don't believe it, but it's years and years and being in a fantastic guild. We're a cutting edge endgame guild, not like TW Gauntlet or anything, but we do well in TW and we do awesome in TB. Just got 45 stars. And before the raid change, I was a hardcore mercenary. So that was how I made up the slack for a lot of getting to like Gear 13. Because what you could do, if you're newer to the game and you started playing after Crate Raid came out, the heroics, it used to be every raid was ran you know, every few days. That was many. You got tickets. You got the old pit raid. You got the tank raid. You had the heroic Sith raid, the most important, and then you had the challenge pit raid. And for heroic, let me just go over to look at this. So when you did the Sith raid, you were just competing against your own guild. Oh, and this still has, this still has the last time we did it. So this is hilarious because we'll never run it again. You got payouts based on your place. Top 10 rewards, fantastic. You got 2 reward boxes and they were awesome. 11 on down was trash. It was garbage. Because not only did you get 2 boxes, each of those boxes was a level or 2 levels above the box at 11 below. So see, these people didn't bother. You know, if you weren't in the top 10, it didn't matter. So you just take your... Oh, wow. We have cycled out a lot of players. Oh, no, there's 80. So it's just all the people we had and all the people... Well, I guess a lot of people with 0 just weren't in the guild last time they did. This is very fascinating to take a look at this. It's a time capsule. But there I am, number 2. You had to solo with Supreme Leader Kylo. So as soon as I got Supreme Leader Kylo, I just, you know, was off to the races. And what the merking is, you could do the raid in your guild, and then once that's done, you could leave to join another guild, do their raid for that. It was usually weak guilds that could not get it done on their own without help. And then you'd go kill the raid for them, let them get their scores. You know, you hold it for a little bit to let them attack, and then you finish it and you get number 1. And then you were able to go back to your guild. Usually we did this in between TW. So you just make sure you don't miss a TW or a TB or anything. So TB week, you couldn't do it. But I got so many rewards that way, and I really made up the slack. So that's why I'm really good on gear. But I'm like, I don't have every Zeta known to man, if that makes sense. So I really did push the envelope with that. And then when they got the new raid system, I was kind of sad about it because I couldn't like abuse it and get tons and tons of gear. But I was relieved because it was a lot less work I had to do. During that time, I permanently changed the setting on my phone to not turn off automatically, because you'd have to get to the end and wait. Because if you finished the raid too early, you were a jerk and you didn't let the guild, that small guild, get their hits in. So you had to sit and wait until you were given the order to finish. And also the challenge pit raid, you had to do that too. So you just like leave your phone on. But if auto turned off and then you pull it back up, sometimes it'd crash. So my phone was just set to never turn off. Anyway, how many Relic 8s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. In that route, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 full rows, so that's 44, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So do I have 50? 50 Relic 8? Pretty good. Relic 7, we got the 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 3, so 11 rows plus 5, so that's 88, 93 at Relic 7. And that's kind of where I feel is kind of the floor for good characters that I actually use. Like, it used to be Relic 5. I wanted to get everyone there because that's what you needed for Datacrons to work. But now Relic 5 starts to feel weak in Kyber 1. Since it's been so long since we've had a new Relic tier added. When you think of it that way, it doesn't seem like that many Relic 9s, because when did Relic 9 come out? I think it was like, it's been almost 4 years. I think it was late 2021 that they had a Relic 9. So when you look at it that way, I've added 9 Relic 9s per year, which doesn't seem like that many, I guess. There have been phases, you know, I have my State of the Galaxy, or not State of the Galaxy, State of my accounts, where I've shown most of my Relic 9 upgrades. I mean, you can go back and look at, you know, the early ones. And one of these days, I'll review my first State of my account and just remark on it, because I think it was only like 8 million something GP at that time, and that was in 2022? Yeah, 2022. So, yeah, long way since then. I don't have many Relic 6s. That's arguably the most pointless Relic level. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aura is required at Relic 6, Ezra is now 2. I'm not sure why I have Young Lando at Relic 6. I think Greedo's required. Is he required at 6? For Java. And First Order Officer, I think it was something with his ship. I just wanted it a little bit better. Java. Where do you want Greedo? Yeah, he is Relic 6. So, yeah, pretty much the only reason to upgrade a character to Relic 6 and stop is a requirement. And then I'm pretty sure I have a lot of Relic 5s too. Okay, so clean row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 full rows plus 2, so that's 64, 66 Relic 6s. Relic 4 is another one of those. It's very pointless. Krennic was required at 4. Jawa, that was a mistake. I thought I needed Relic 4. I needed Relic 3, so that's an accident. Poggle, I was going to get him to Relic 5, so all the Geos could use Datacrons, and then I lost interest, and then they changed it to where you only need Relic 3, and that's that. I don't know why Veteran Smuggler Han is Relic 4. I honestly can't remember. Temple Guard, that's the max I can get up to, because of the 6-star, so that's very pointless. Relic 3, and I have a couple, but for this account, I've mainly moved past that. My small account is all about Relic 3. Relic 3 for life. Relic 3 Army. I got 2 full rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 20. 20 Relic 3 is not too many. 1 Relic 2. Relic 2, I think, is actually the most pointless Relic level. Because 1 is, like, very cheap. You don't even need signal data. It's just carbide circuit boards. Relic 2 is, like, you can't use more Datacrons. It's just seems pointless. It's cheap, but it's, like, so is getting to 3. So it's kind of whatever. The only reason he's there is because that's the max I can get up to with 4. And then do I have a Gear 13? Ugnaught was an accident to get to Gear 13, and Zalvar. I don't know. I don't know why I took Zalvar to Gear 13 and stopped. And I don't know why. I think at one point I was thinking, oh, I'm going to work on Vandor. I need to make my Dash team good. And then it just got so thoroughly outpaced by the rest of the game. I thought, what is the point? What is the actual point of doing this? And that's the whole account, sorted by relic levels. Very interesting to look at. That's fun to me. And I can do that in my roster reviews too. So these are some nice little tools that we have available now. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. State of my account August 2025. About a month and a half after the previous one. So that's my plans, what I have, what I'm going for. When are we ever going to get a new Capro ship, by the way? I can't say I miss farming tons of ships, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my account after this 6.5 years that it's been out. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.